Hey everyone, it's Jeremy with Teletone. I want to show you drum processing two different ways with the Tone Architect. So let's jump in. And for the first one, let's go ahead and get something a little bit sizzly, a little bit distorted, a little bit throwback sounding. So let's start with the saturator section. I'm going to use tube on this. Let's link the pre and post gain. Cool, so that tube sound is breaking up just a little bit. Let's move on to the tone shaper section. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is roll off some of the ultra high and ultra low end information. Now let's start bending some curves. Yeah, on the low end, I think I'm wanting something a little bit boomy, but not very subby for this one. Let's go to the highs and get some crispy bottom snare type sounds here. I like that, and let's dial up the mids just a little bit. All right, now let's add just a little bit of compression here. Yeah, I think that I like that. That's sounding pretty crispy. All right, now let's reset everything and go for a totally different sound. Okay, for the second one, let's go ahead and try something different. Let's try something a little bit smoother and not quite so crunchy. Once again, let's start with the saturator, but this time I'm going to use the tape setting instead of the tube. All right, so now we can jump over to the tone shaper. I'm going to kind of go the other way with the low end this time. I want to get some of that subby information going. But I do want to make sure I'm not like getting anything from like the 20 hertz range. So let's go ahead and filter out things below 40 hertz. Okay, let's go over to the highs now. And I want something a little bit more silky smooth and not so crispy. Okay, this time around, let's scoop the mids just a little bit here. And then let's do a little bit of band compress. Great, I like that. Let's go over to the compressor now. I'm not normally very heavy on the compressor with the drums, especially if I'm using a virtual instrument like this where all the drums are kind of on one bus, so we'll be pretty light with this. Okay, I think we're getting close here. Okay, let's listen back to both of these versions now. He's with everything bypassed. Here's the first thing we did. I would love to hear a little spring reverb on this one. And then back to the second one again. Okay, so that is drum processing two different ways with the Tone Architect.